You ever notice how some people seem to magnetically attract the right opportunities, while others feel like they're constantly chasing life, trying harder, overthinking more, and still ending up stuck in the same place? Like no matter how much effort you put in, the doors you want just don't open at the right time. You apply for jobs, you try new things, you pray, you plan, you visualize. But deep down, there's still that quiet frustration. Why is nothing working for me yet? Yeah, that feeling right there. That's exactly where this message begins. Because what if the problem was never your effort, but your alignment? What if life isn't responding to how hard you push, but to what frequency you're holding? Most people think manifestation is about doing more hustle, more planning, more strategies. But the deeper truth is far simpler and far more powerful. Life responds to state, not struggle. And when your inner world is filled with fear, doubt, and constant mental negotiation, you don't attract what you want. You reinforce what you already fear. But here's where it shifts. The moment you begin to understand alignment, real alignment, something subtle but powerful changes. You stop chasing outcomes and start becoming the version of you that naturally receives them. Think about it like tuning a radio. You can't force a station to play clearer by turning the volume up. You don't fight the signal. You simply adjust the frequency until the sound comes through, effortlessly. That's how manifestation works too. Not force, but frequency. Not pressure, but presence. And the strange part, most people are already close to what they want, but emotionally miles away from the state that would allow it to arrive. You might want abundance, but your thoughts keep replaying scarcity. You might want love, but your inner dialogue keeps rehearsing rejection. You might want opportunity, but your energy keeps signaling hesitation, fear, or unworthiness. So today, we're not adding more techniques. We're not overcomplicating anything. We're stepping into alignment. The kind that changes how life responds to you almost instantly. And I want you to stay with this. Not just listen casually, but actually feel what's being said. Because somewhere in this conversation, something in you is going to recognize itself again. The part of you that already knows how powerful you are. The part of you that hasn't been broken, just distracted. Because here's the truth most people overlook. You are always manifesting. Not sometimes. Not when you do it right. Always. Your thoughts, your expectations, your emotional patterns. They are constantly shaping the field around you. So the real question is never, am I manifesting? The real question is, what exactly am I manifesting right now, consciously or unconsciously? And once you see that clearly, you can no longer stay the same. Because awareness changes participation, and participation changes reality. So in this conversation, we're going to break the illusion that you are stuck, that timing is against you, or that something outside of you needs to shift first. We're going to walk through fear, reframe divine timing, understand the power of spoken words, and step into the kind of abundance consciousness that doesn't beg life for results, but naturally draws them in. And as we go deeper, I want you to notice something very subtle happening inside you. A softening, a loosening of pressure, a quiet remembering that maybe, just maybe, things are far more possible for you than you've allowed yourself to believe. Because they are. And this is where everything starts to change. You know, one of the most misunderstood experiences in life is this feeling of being stuck, like you're doing everything right. You're trying, you're learning, you're improving yourself. But somehow life still feels paused. Almost like you're standing in front of a door that just refuses to open no matter how many times you knock. And here's what most people don't realize in that moment. You are not stuck. You are simply experiencing a delay between identity and outcome. Not because life is against you, but because something in your inner world hasn't fully matched what you're asking for yet. Think about it like this. Have you ever tried to open an app on your phone and it freezes for a second? You tap again, maybe even harder. Nothing changes. But the problem isn't your tapping. The system is just processing something in the background. That's life too. You're not being rejected. You're being recalibrated. And I know that can be hard to accept when you're sitting in uncertainty, especially in real-life situations. Like maybe you've applied for job after job in the US market, updated your resume 5 times, even tried networking on LinkedIn, and still silence. Or maybe you've been trying to build something of your own, a business, a channel, a dream. Now let's go even deeper into something most people completely misunderstand. Divine timing. Because when people hear that phrase, they often picture something passive, like sitting back, waiting, hoping that someday the right moment just arrives out of nowhere. But that's not how it works at all. Divine timing is not about waiting for life to finally give you permission. It's about becoming internally aligned with what you are asking for, so you no longer resist receiving it. Think of it like this. Imagine someone in California who wants a promotion at work. They're capable, they've put in the hours, they even know they're qualified. But internally, they're constantly doubting themselves. Every meeting they overthink their words, every email feels like pressure. Every interaction carries this quiet fear of, am I enough? So externally, the opportunity looks delayed, but internally, there's hesitation, uncertainty, fragmentation. And life is always mirroring the internal state, not just the external effort. So what feels like bad timing is often just mismatched energy. Because here's the truth. If you are not ready to hold the thing you're asking for emotionally, mentally, energetically, you will unconsciously push it away even when it arrives. And life knows that. So it doesn't rush the process. It refines it. It brings situations, people, delays, and redirections not to punish you, but to prepare you to stop collapsing. When the opportunity finally lands, and when you start seeing it that way, everything softens, even the waiting. Now, let's connect this to something even more powerful. The spoken word, because what you say, especially when no one is listening, is shaping your entire direction. Most people underestimate this so much. They think words are just expressions, but words are instructions. They are signals you send into your own subconscious and into the field around you. Let me give you a real-life example. Think about someone in Texas, working long shifts, trying to build a better financial life. Every day, they say things like, "Money is always tight. It's so hard to get ahead. People like me don't get lucky breaks." They might not even realize they're doing it. It becomes automatic, like background noise in their life. But over time, those words don't just describe reality. They reinforce it, because the subconscious mind doesn't argue with repetition. It accepts it as identity. Now imagine the shift. Same person, same job, but they begin to consciously change their language. Not fake positivity, but intentional direction. I am learning how to create more stability. I am becoming someone who attracts better opportunities. My situation is changing in ways I can't fully see yet. Nothing external has changed yet, but internally, something begins to reorganize. Their energy softens. Their awareness expands. Their decisions start to shift slightly. They notice opportunities they used to overlook. And that's how transformation actually begins. Not in big dramatic moments, but in subtle internal rewiring. Now, here's the deeper layer. Words don't just reflect your state. They train your state. So when you repeatedly speak limitation, you train your mind to expect limitation. But when you consciously speak possibility, even gently, even imperfectly, you begin training your awareness to recognize opportunity instead of fear. And over time, your life starts following your attention. Now, let's bring this together with divine timing, because when your words, your thoughts, and your internal state begin to align, Something interesting happens. Things don't feel like they're finally happening anymore. They feel like they're finally matching you. You stop chasing life, and life starts responding to you differently. You walk into rooms with less desperation, more presence. You apply for things with less fear, more clarity. You make decisions with less panic, more trust, and slowly, quietly, almost like it was always there waiting, doors begin to open, not because you forced them, but because you stopped contradicting the version of you that those doors require. Now, let's talk about something that changes everything once you truly understand it. Becoming the frequency of abundance. Because most people think abundance is something they get later, after the job, after the success, after the money, after everything finally works out. But that's backwards. Abundance is not a result. It's a state you step into before anything outside changes. And this is where most people stay stuck for years. They keep waiting to feel abundant after life improves, instead of becoming abundant so life can respond differently. Let me make this real for you. Think of someone in Chicago, working hard, juggling bills, maybe even multiple side gigs just to stay afloat. They want financial freedom so badly, but every time they check their bank account, there's tension. Every unexpected expense feels like stress. Every month feels like survival mode. And internally, their energy keeps repeating one message: I'm behind. I never have enough. It's always a struggle. Now here's the shift. Even